almost like to think of it the other way around. Like when you move your body, it actually gives you more energy. I just love that.
Well, yeah, and I didn't want to go to bed with I ate too much pizza. Okay, I'll just be honest. I was by myself, drinking wine, eating pizza, dancing, and then I ate like almost a whole little vegetarian pizza. I can't remember the brand name, but it was really good. And so I did leave one slice, but I was feeling like I was too stuffed. I'm like, I don't want to go to bed like this. I'm going to dance for a while and got a little bit of exercise in, and it really felt so amazing. And I woke up this morning with so much energy.
I love that. Did you find that the pizza, did that give you energy or did that drain your energy? Just curious.
It drained my energy a little bit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the thing with eating food is the right type of food, like specifically fat, when we're eating healthy fats, and I always talk about healthy fats because they're so important, like avocados and nuts and seeds and coconut oil and olive oil. Eating a lot of fat can actually increase your energy, but I find that eating a lot of carbs, not that carbs are bad, we need carbs, carbs are great, but if we eat a lot of them at once, that can actually drain our energy and kind of make us feel lethargic.
Well, I didn't want to go back out. I don't know if you heard the opening. It was cold and raining here last night in Dallas, and so I thought I'm going to eat with what I have at home. I had a bowl of leftover broccoli and cauliflower mashed potatoes, but I hadn't eaten all day. That was part. I set myself up, for disaster by not eating all day long, and so I was ravenous when I did start eating.
Yeah, totally. And I'm glad that you brought that up because I think one way to just make sure we have consistent energy levels and focus and just feel great throughout the day is making sure we're eating regularly. And it can be so easy to just skip a meal or a snack because we're busy or we're not that hungry or we think it's going to help with weight loss or whatever reason. But we actually find that when you're eating snacks between your meals and you're eating throughout the day, that actually helps with your metabolism and weight loss and for sure to keep your energy levels consistent because it's like putting fuel into a fire. You're keeping your energy levels going all day long.
Yeah. Well, so why are so many of us tired or fatigued during the day or all the time? What happens to us when that's going on in our body?
Well, I think for a couple different reasons. I think first is we don't have those stable blood sugar levels that we need. And in order to get those, we've got to make sure we're eating enough fat and then we're eating regularly. And I think a lot of people are still, even if they're not trying to eat low fat, if you're not intentional about eating fat, you're eating a pretty high carb diet or even just a low-fat diet, and that'll actually make us tired because it makes our blood sugar levels go down. But also, Bernadette, I think that we're so addicted to so many different things like caffeine and sugar and all these substances that will actually drag us down during the day. I mean, I'm a huge fan of coffee. I love coffee.
Oh, me too.
I noticed that when I cut it out, I kind of start to drag. And I think when we become dependent on substances like that that are supposed to give us energy, it can actually have the opposite effect, too.
Yeah, I love my coffee in the morning. I agree with you if you do too much of it, but I think one good cup of coffee in the morning, oh my gosh, it's like one of my favorite parts of the day. Just going through the ritual of even making it and the smell and just, I don't know, holding the cup. And a lot of times I'll go outside and, if it's sunny, just, look at the sunshine. And I don't know. For me, it's a very big part of my day.
I love it. It's a beautiful morning ritual. It has some sort of like sacred sense to it as well.
Yeah,
it's one of my favorite parts of the day too. I think the thing with coffee is, do we actually like the coffee itself? And I mean, some of us do. I for sure do. But I used to just load it with sugar and artificial sweeteners and all the fancy drinks this time of year, the pumpkin spice and the creme brulee and all of those. And those are great. But the problem with those is, they're not really coffee if we're being honest. And those are the types that can really drain our energy because they give us a big crash in our blood sugar levels. Well, so one of my favorite coffee hacks is to add fat to it. So I always add a little bit of heavy whipping cream to my coffee, and it actually helps to kind of give you like a stabilizing effect so that the energy levels last longer.
Here's the best way to have a cup of coffee. So you make your homemade whipped cream with, I use raw, it's a brand, oh my goodness, what is it? I can't think of it, but it's raw milk. It's really, really good, and I get the half and half. So I'll make a little tub of, and then I'll put a little bit of stevia in it. What's the type of stevia that had, oh my goodness, I'm having like all these.
Like the sweet leaf?
Sweet Leaf, Sweet Leaf is one of the best brands out there, but there's another one that's a different chemical compound in it that it's a little bit thicker. Anyway, I can't think of it. It's actually a lot of keto people use it.
Swerve?
No, it's not a brand. Oh. It's a type. It's a type of stevia, but anyway, it doesn't matter. But I use like a natural sweetener, but you have a big dollop of whipped cream on top of a hot cup of coffee in the morning. It is amazing.
Yeah, I was expecting whiskey.
So good. It's so good for for you, too. I think it's just so opposite. It's hard for people to do sometimes because we've been told for so long that, fat makes you fat and stay away from the heavy cream and use half and half and even half and half, I should mention, it's not heavy whipping cream. So half and half is half milk and half cream,
right?
Which is totally fine if you like it. But I think we're on the same page here talking about the good stuff, the good heavy whipping cream. It's all good fat.
Absolutely. And I think I did say half and half, but what I meant was heavy cream.
Totally.
Yeah, and it's local. It's a company here in Dallas, and it's local. I just can't think of the brand name right now. But, also I was reading that the American Psychological Association says that in addition to keeping us awake, caffeine allows dopamine to flow more freely. And one study also found that coffee lowered instances of depression among women. I think what happens is people overdo it like they do a lot of things, like one glass of wine is great for you, but 3 or 4, then, you don't feel good. And I think it's the same with caffeine.
It totally is. And they say moderation is like, I think 1 to 2 cups a day. And I mean, if I'm being honest, I have probably at least double that because even a big 20-ounce cup is probably a few of those. But I think you're right. I think it does come back to a glass of wine a day is totally fine, but when we overdo it with 2 or 3, and I think that's the thing with a lot of different, substances is people are really becoming dependent on them and just, overdoing it. But I don't think having that in moderation, wine, coffee, it can actually be really good for you and produce those types of health benefits that you're talking about, Bern. Yeah.
Well, and one of the new things that I started doing, I was a little influenced by Autumn Warren Connolly, who's a regular on the show. She always carries in her is it care jar, a glass jar, like the preserves jar?
A mason jar.
Yeah, a mason jar with water. And so I started doing that, and I fill it up every morning, and I drink it in the morning, then I refill it, and then I take it with me. So what I'm getting at is a lot of times people are just dehydrated when they don't have enough energy, right?
Yes, actually, that was going to be one of my points. One of the best ways to boost energy is to drink water. For sure. I think if your body is short of fluid, one of the first signs is feeling fatigued and feeling tired. And sometimes we mistake that for just feeling hungry, or we think we're craving sugar, or we think we need another cup of coffee. And, coffee is great, like we just talked about, but it can actually be dehydrating. So if we're drinking more coffee, we definitely need to be drinking more fluids. And just in general, so many people aren't thinking about drinking water. So I love that you're talking about bringing that jar with you and having that water with you, even when you're not thirsty. It's kind of like I encourage people to eat to stay ahead of their hunger. So you want to eat before you're just starving. Same with drinking water. You don't want to wait until you're just super, super thirsty. You want to just be drinking water regularly throughout the day, and that's going to help boost those energy levels.
Absolutely. And people forget it, especially women, because we're on the go all the time. And I use, and I feel good about it too, because I'm not putting another plastic bottle in the earth. I'm using the water from my filter on my refrigerator door, and so I'm saving money, I'm helping the earth, and I'm helping myself and boosting my energy all at the same time.
It's a win-win-win-win, isn't it? I love that.
Yes, it is. Okay, so how about brain fog? So many people reach for an afternoon cup of coffee for brain fog. What's some other ways that we can feel more focused and energetic?
I think for the brain fog, it really comes down to a couple different things. You want to make sure you're eating enough protein and enough fat at lunch, because the afternoon brain fog can come from overdoing it on carbs. If you're having like a big, bowl of pasta, or even if you're having some sort of salad or sandwich, but you're not putting enough protein and fat on there. So make sure, if you're ordering a salad, I always ask for extra chicken, avocado. We can find that all over these days. It's just such a wonderful, healthy fat. Just get some sliced avocado on your salad or on your sandwich. You just want to make sure you're having enough of those fats and proteins, because that's going to boost your brain power. A lot of that cloudiness kind of comes from just a big surge of carbohydrates at lunch, which turn into sugar in your body. And it's fine, but if you don't have enough protein and fat to kind of balance it out, that's when you start to feel that brain fog.
Well, one of the culprits, too, is getting better sleep, right?
Yes, totally. Yeah, and a lot of times that brain fog, if you don't get enough sleep, can actually happen, right away in the morning and last with you the whole day. So, and this kind of ties back to the coffee. I think we might have talked about this last time, too, but just making sure you've got a coffee cutoff time. Because, like, for me, if I have coffee after 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it's going to interfere with my sleep. And then it becomes this vicious cycle of now I'm relying on more coffee the next day because I didn't sleep enough. And then that extra coffee is going to interfere more with my sleep. So I try to kind of, when you get into kind of like a vicious cycle like that, try to just reset, drink a lot of water, maybe stop drinking your coffee around noon, and just try to go to bed earlier that night. And what I love for making sure you're getting enough sleep is eating a little bit of fat and carbohydrate before bed.
Mm-hmm.
So the bedtime snack, like the perfect combination to set you up for success, for energy and brain power the next day, is having some fat and carbs. So my favorite combinations is like, half a banana with some nut butter, or half of a sweet potato with melted butter over it. This is actually the only time I don't recommend having protein, because protein can actually boost your metabolism so much it can keep you awake at night.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to throw you a curveball here. You're going to laugh.
Yeah.
So Forbes.com says the fatigue solution, how to increase your energy in 8 easy steps. It says have more sex. What do you say about that?
Oh, nice. You know what? I think that it really gets the endorphins going, and I can totally see how that can tie into that. That's a good one.
Yeah, well, it says it stimulates brain function, both brains, burns calories, and good frequent sex is one of the best things you can do to increase your health and get rid of fatigue.
I hope my husband's not listening.
That totally makes sense. Anytime you get your heart rate up like that, it kind of goes back to just what we talked about right when we started this chat was, moving your body. And that's one way to move your body.
Oh, yeah. Good resistance training.
Yoga.
Thank you so much. Cassie, always just so much fun to be on the air with you. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much. Love our chat. These are great ways to boost energy and focus.
All right. And we can find you at Cassie.net. Is that right?
You got it. Yep. That's where the party starts.
Okay. CASSIE, you guys. Cassie.net. Talk to you later, girlfriend.
See you, Bern.
Okay. Bye. Everyone, stay tuned. We've got more coming up with Stephanie Toops. You're listening to One Life Radio. Introducing Moonlight, the latest squat to poop stool from Squatty Potty. Moonlight will light your way to the toilet on the darkest of nights. May your love of Squatty Potty burn brightly day or night with a motion and light activated night light with 3 brightness settings. Go to squattypotty.com/onelife for 15% off your entire purchase. Follow the moonlight.
Did you know a mother rat will dip her paws into cool water and gently smooth the fur around her infants' faces? The babies put their arms around their mother's neck and pay attention while being bathed. Rats and mice fall in love, risk their lives to save their kids, and giggle when tickled. Evan Walker writes of a mouse who died of shock in a trap. His life was a life fully as real to him as ours is to us. This creature, for all the irritation it may have brought as it scampered through closed closets or up some crevice in a wall, was as precious as you or I. He was not a machine that breaks and fails. He felt. His was consciousness, full and real and fragile and precious. This is Ingrid Newkirk with Peter, reminding us that it's easy to be kind, perhaps by not using glue traps.
Wellbeing Journal is a remarkable bi-monthly health publication esteemed by intelligent readers worldwide. It's available in print or digital, single issues or subscription. Its focus is on living a happy, healthy life and preventing or healing illnesses naturally. Preventing or healing cancer, arthritis, cardiovascular conditions, and digestive issues, as well as nutritional solutions for optimal health are regular subjects. Learn more at wellbeingjournal.com.
Hi, this is Vaughn Eaglin. As a licensed professional counselor and supervisor, I spend my career helping people cope with emotional problems. But today, I want to talk to you about nutrition. People ask me all the time for nutrition and weight loss advice, and I always find myself recommending a raw vegan protein, a food supplement called Warrior Blend by Sun Warrior. I wasn't always active and fit. In fact, I was very overweight as a child, and as a counselor, I must emphasize the importance of the mind-body connection. A clean body helps with a clean mind. Start today with Sun Warrior Blend Raw Vegan Protein. For more information, go to sunwarrior.com and start living clean today.
Hi, everyone. It's Bernadette. Everyone knows that I'm a strong believer in the numerous health benefits of cannabinoids and CBD oils. As with any supplement, I always do my research and my homework to find the highest quality product on the market. That's why I'm so happy to announce our partnership with the H Hemp Company, founded by a group of the most experienced and respected names in the CBD community. H Hemp offers a line of innovative products that are all natural and tested for quality. Choose from flavorful oils, restorative body balm, and minty breath spray, all at affordable prices.
And for every H-Hemp product sold, the company makes a donation towards the fight against opioid and anti-anxiety drug addiction, an epidemic affecting millions of families across the nation today. H-Hemp products produce a sense of calm, fight post-workout inflammation, and the company gives back to our community. What more could we ask for? Search online for H-Hemp Company and use the code OLR for 20%